Hey Queens, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be taking you through the process of how to cut and sew these palazzo pants with a side elastic, a back zip, and a pocket. If this is something you like to learn, please watch this video to the end. Like this video, drop a lovely comment, subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell so when I upload the next video, you'll be aware. Thank you, and let's get right into it. On the table, I have my crepe materials folded into two. I'm pinning them in place because it moves a lot. Now I came down by 1 inch to get my starting line. From my starting line, I went on to rule out all the measurements I will be needing. Now the measurements I will be working with on this pants include the waistline, which is also the starting line, the crouch line, the hip line, and the full length of the pants. My hip line is 8 inches, which I went on to rule. To get the crouch line, you divide your hip circumference by 4. Then whatever it gives you, you add 1 inch to it. Although I don't use this method all the time, I use it for some kind of pants. If I want a fitted pant, I don't use that measurement because it ends up becoming so long. But for the purpose of this tutorial, it is a palazzo pant. So I want it to be free, and it's also a high waist pant. So I just made do with it, and I made it a 13.5 inch for my crouch. I divided my hips by 4, added 1 inch to it, and ruled that on my crouch line all the way to the waistline. And I'm just connecting those lines together with my rule. On the waistline, I divided my waist circumference by 4 and added 1 inch to it. And I just connected that into my hip line, just like you see me do. So on my crouch line, I will go on to impute my lap measurement. So go ahead and divide your lap circumference by 2 and add 3 inch for seam allowance. Remember, this is going to be a very free pant. So I'm just imputing that in now. So you know the front part of any pants is not always so straight. So to get that curve effect at the front part, just come down from your waistline, that is your starting line, come down by 1 inch and just connect a curve like you see me do right now on the screen. So right now I'm just connecting the lap measurement I took from that crotch line. I'm just connecting it into the pants, just like I did. And right now I'm trying to determine the the full length of the pants. Although this measurement I'm using now, this new line, is not really important. Just go ahead and measure your full length, because this measurement I didn't even use it. It's a free pant. So I'm sorry you couldn't see what I was doing. Right now I'm just trying to connect all the lines together. You know, from my crotch line, that lap, I just measured it down using that 3 inches I added to the lap circumference. I just used that measurement down to the full length of the pants. So right now I'm trying to get my back part for this pant. And the first thing I did was to determine my back rise. You know, because of the butt, the back part has to be higher than the front by 2 inches. You can go ahead and do 1 inch, 1.5 inch, depends on how, big you are at the back. Me, I'm quite big at the back, so I'm doing 2 inch. So please note that you are not adding the entire 2 inch to every part of the pants. You're just going to make it at the center front alone. So you just make a slant into the sides so that the sides can become equal, if you get what I mean. Just watch what I'm doing. Yeah. So on the crouch line, I extended my back crouch by 3 inches. So this is actually optional. It's not standard. You can go ahead and do 1.5, 2 inches, or you can go as high as 4.5, just depending on how big you want it to be. So because I already used 3 inches for my lap allowance, I will just be adding 3 inches for this back crouch because I don't want it to be too bogus. I still want a little bit of fitting. So I just extended the line into, so this part I'm also, so this extra allowance I'm leaving right now is for the zip. You know that the zip of this pants is actually at the back. So that's why I'm leaving this allowance. Because if you are making a fitted pant, there's no need for that allowance. You can just go ahead and just cut it on the same line as the front crouch. So we are through with the whole measuring and then drafting. It's just time for me to cut, and you can see how easy it is. Like, just easy. In less than 30 minutes, you're done. So guys, let me use this medium to remind you to subscribe. If you haven't, please like this video, share, drop a comment on this video. So guys, if you have watched this video to this very point, I really want to apologize because I lost a lot of clips. I made this video a long time ago and I lost a lot of clips. Like, it was when I was even editing, I just realized that I lost the pockets when I was cutting the pockets, when I was, trying to cut a lot. I just lost a lot. So what I'm going to do is that I will make a detailed video where I will explain this more in detail. So if you have watched it to this point, I'm truly sorry that this video was not fully complete and well detailed enough. So at this point, I've gone ahead to close up my front crouch by 1/2 inch. I just closed it up because the zipper is going to be at the back of the pants. So this pant is going to be having a 2 inches band. So I came up from my measurement by 2 inch. I subtracted 2 inches. So right now I'm trying to determine how deep I want my zip to be. Initially I used 7.5 inch, but I later increased it by 10.5 when I realized that it was just so small. Like the hole was not deep enough. So I later increased it by 10.5 inches. So this was actually what I was talking about earlier. I really lost a lot of clips, so I couldn't capture when I was fixing my band. I got the band by measuring my round waist and I used a gum stay to give it firmness, though you should use a hair stay because it became too thick. So to insert the side elastic, just open your trouser from the side seam. Then you come from one point by 2.5 and the other point by 2.5. In total, it gives 5 inches. So you divide that 5 inch by 2.5 and cut out your elastic. You are using half of 5 inches, which is 2.5, to cut out your elastic to give it that tightness. So you just have to connect it from that point. You mark 2.5, 2.5, and there you will sew it from. And you will do it to the other side of the pant. With that, you will get a perfect side elastic. So like I said, I'm going to be doing a full tutorial. I will be repeating this tutorial in a very detailed video that is coming up very soon. So you can see how it looks. So right now I'm just going to be closing up my band. I've already gone ahead to iron this in place. Right now I'm just pinning this down and I'll take it to my sewing machine to stitch on it. So guys, once again, I'm truly sorry this video wasn't so detailed. I just wanted to upload it because when I was videoing this thing, it's really, I really went through a lot. I didn't even know I was going to miss out on a lot of clips. So right now you see how it looks and you see how those sides elastic looks. And this was the point when I deepened my zip by 10.5 inches. Because that other one I used was just so short, it couldn't pass through. And right now I'm just going to be using this long zip and I'm just going to cut it on by 11 inches and I will insert it on my pants like you see me doing now. And I'll just take this over to the sewing machine and I'll stitch that all the way to the end. I have already interlocked the inner seams of this pants and I have folded the down parts of this trouser, and that brings me to the end of this video. And this was how it came out. If you've watched this video to this point, thank you very much. Please remember to subscribe so that when I upload the updated version, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.